Hello everyone, I really hope you're doing well. Today, as I promised in the last video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about my own planner journey, and just a disclaimer up front, sadly I can't show you a lot of planners because in recent years I have not been keeping them anymore. So it's just mostly going to be me talking and just showing you a little bit, but if you're interested in what planner I'm using now and what I've been doing in the past and what I'm going to do going forward in the future, stick around and enjoy the video. All right, as I said, I'm not keeping my planners anymore ever since I started using the Leuchtturm 1917 5-year memory book. So as it says, it's a 5-year memory book where you put a few lines. I can't show you all too much because personal stuff in there. You write down a few lines a day. I've done reviews on this in the past, so if you're interested in this, check out the video. And I'm loving this. I write down every day the most important things that happen that I did. I write down what I eat so I can keep track of things and on my trips. And yeah, and I always can look back and know exactly what I did each day of my life. So I really love that. And I don't have to keep planners around anymore that take up a lot of space, so because it fits 5 years in there. So ever since then I don't keep them anymore. So yeah, that's something I've been doing in the last years. And then what I have been using most of my life are weekly planners, either horizontal planners like this one I just did a review on. This is the Leuchtturm 1917 softcover weekly planner in A5. Or I also have been using these vertical planners. This is also Leuchtturm. And then I also used Moleskine vertical planners, and I've also been using daily planners in recent years. So what happened is, as I said, I've been using mostly weekly planners. Then I some point switched to vertical planners like this one, but over the years I noticed I don't have a lot of appointments, and I mostly just use my planner for my to-do lists. And then at some point I realized that I started feeling really overwhelmed seeing all my to-dos so tightly squeezed together on a page, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like I could get a clear picture anymore of what I actually had to do. So I switched to daily planners. I started using the Best Self Company planner, and I also tried the Full Focus planner, those 90-day goal planners, and I got all ambitious. But then I very quickly started to get really overwhelmed with these planners. They're starting to feel like a part-time job to me. I mean, there was some benefit to it, as that they keep you accountable. You check off your goals for every day. You really plan out what you want to do. But for me, it was just too restrictive and just too much work. And I abandoned them very quickly because quite frankly, I just started feeling overwhelmed. And one thing these planners also suggest is that you literally plan out every hour of every day, and the inner rebel in me was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. I don't want every hour of my day planned out. It feels really restrictive. It feels imprisoning to me. I like to not have every hour of my day scheduled. I like to just be able to do whatever I want without it being on a planner. So that was just me. So I abandoned the 90-day goal planners, and then I switched to a Moleskine daily planner. I don't have it anymore, as I said, but it's essentially like this notebook here, and it's I also did reviews on my channel. You can check them out. It just says the date at the top, and then you have a full page just to write down whatever you want for that day. And as I said, I just put down mostly my to-dos because I don't have a lot of appointments, as I said, and that felt much better to me. I just focused on one day at a time and the things to do that day, and I felt less overwhelmed with all my tasks, my to-dos. But what was missing in that sense was a bit of an overview of what was actually, what had to be done for an entire week. So there was less of that, but there was less overwhelm because I could just really focus on one day at a time. But then often I started abandoning the planner for a few days, sometimes even for a couple weeks, and then at the end of the year I felt like there was a lot of empty pages that were also kind of a waste. So I was like, and it's bulkier to carry something like this around with you. So for 2023, I was like, I had this old project planner that I did a review on a couple years back from Moleskine is a pro project planner. And I was like, I'm just gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna save some money this year and not buy a new planner. And what it looks like, I'll show you, is I also did an in-depth review on this one. You again have a weekly overview here. And then you also have notes in the back, which I really like that there's empty pages back here where you can take notes. So you have like square columns with rows per day, and then you can write down here what you need to get done this week, and then you can check off your to-dos here, and down here I usually write appointments. So I really find it very convenient, and psychologically there is more of a division for me. When there's like one upper half here that just you focus on the first half of the week, and then there's a lower half because the way I travels, whereas when you have a vertical planner, to me it feels like everything's just more bunched together for some reason, and I see everything at once, where here somehow it feels like there's more of a division between the upper and the lower half. So I actually enjoyed it for this year, but Moleskine does not make this plan anymore. At least I did not see it on the website. So and I did some research and I looked around, and then I kind of settled on this horizontal planner again from Moleskine for 2020. Sorry, from Leuchtturm, not Moleskine, for 2024, because it still gives you division. We have 1/2 a week on one side here, and there's also more room here to just write down your to-dos, and you have more room to spread out and write, versus having really slim columns where you have to squeeze everything that you need to do into like a tiny little row. To me, that just feels kind of restricting. So I'm giving this for 2024 a shot. Also chose a soft cover because you can easily just put a pen in here and then close it and then take the pen with you, and it's easier than with a hard cover. You can't really do that, so it's much harder. So that was another reason I went with a soft cover. And also Leuchtturm has just better paper quality than Moleskine. With this, you have to use a really, really thin needle point pen, or I need to use a ballpoint pen because I can't use anything thicker like a gel pen, because it will just totally bled through. So yeah, those are my thoughts on planners and what I've been using my whole life. And yeah, going forward, I'm gonna give this one a try. Maybe I will switch back to a daily planner again someday. Excuse all the noise outside. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. Please also share your planner journey and what you're using and what your favorite planners are and why. I'm really curious always to hear what other people use, because I know everybody's different and everybody's different priorities. For me, my priority is my to-do list and not daily appointments. Hence, I like to have more of... I'm really sorry about that. I think he's done now being important. Anyways, almost. Anyways, yeah, I'm really curious to hear about you. Also, I forgot to mention, I guess he's not done. I also forgot to mention, I also tried bullet journaling for a while. That also did not work out for me at all, because I like to be able to go ahead in the year and just put down if there is an appointment a month or two in advance, and not have to like write it down separately somewhere. And I'm not a visual artist. I don't want to do all the like make my own calendar and planner and all the fancy things that people do, and admire, you know, how beautiful some artists are and what they can create, and they're really talented. But it's just not for me. I'm a writer. I like to take notes. I'm not a visual artist. I don't draw. So bullet journaling was also out for me. It just didn't work for me at all either. Anyways, I think I'm done now. I'm done rambling. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And yes, please feel free to share with me what you use as a planner. I'm very curious. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more notebook videos and planner videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.